School will soon be out for summer, and for some kids, it can be a struggle to get to that finish line, whether it's senioritis, a pileup of overdue schoolwork, or fear of saying goodbye to friends. There are a few different reasons that your kids might start slacking right about now. So thankfully, we have academic advisor, author, and founder of Luminaria Learning Solutions, Ana Homayoun, with me now. Ana, it's always good to see you. So let's talk about this stretch of the school year. You describe it sort of as running the third lap in the mile. So why is that? What are the challenges kids are facing when the end is in sight?
Right. Well, spring is an incredibly busy time, but it's also emotionally heavy. You've got college, acceptances, you've got graduations, you've got friendship shifting. All of this can be a lot for teens to emotionally process. And oftentimes that cognitive overwhelm means that they can't really do their work. And they are just sitting there and they look like they've checked out, but really they're just so overwhelmed and don't know how to work with it.
You're right. It is a time of a lot of transitions. Let's say you are noticing your child is overwhelmed and they've got the schoolwork, but maybe they don't have the same kind of motivation. They've hit that wall. What can you do to support them?
Well, the first thing is name it to tame it. So there's research out of UCLA that says when we actually name our feelings, it takes our brain out of panic mode. So that's the first thing, right? We're not going to get into problem solving right there. But the next thing we want to do is really regulate before we redirect. So you have movement as your best way of taking your stress hormones and resetting your nervous system. So getting out for a walk, going outside, spending 20 minutes, shooting hoops. Really don't try as a parent to have that emotionally charged conversation with someone who's overwhelmed. You'll get nowhere. But then finally, co-regulate instead of escalate as a parent or trusted adult. And what that means is, your calming presence as adults, research shows actually can help a dysregulated teen calm down. So don't match their panic and instead just be calm. We can figure this out, slow down, take a moment. It's all about you as the adult being grounded, not necessarily having all the answers.
That is so good. Okay, so you don't have to have the answers.
Absolutely not.
But you can regulate your mood to set a tone and hopefully it's that osmosis for your teenager. What about practical strategies when it comes to just getting those things done? Like at some point we have to go from co-regulating to doing the tasks.
Well, once we feel like that emotional overwhelm has subsided, right? The first thing is really look at what the finish line looks like. So what do you have between now and the end of the year? And I like to say, take that unknown that's in your head and write it down and become known, because once it's written down, it feels a lot more manageable. Oftentimes kids will say to me, oh, it's not that bad once we write down that to-do list. And then the next thing you want to do is really carve out those hours during either a weekday where no one has an activity or a weekend time to just get some work done. And then finally, really shift your conversation at home. It's so easy as an adult to say, did you study? But instead, it's really about, what's your plan for Thursday and how can I be helpful? With that tone of just calm,
I love it.
It really helps regulate everyone.
You just help so many parents and teens. Ana Homayoun, as always, thank you so much. And keep it right here. You're watching Daily.